It was a seemingly ordinary Saturday afternoon in Boston. People went about their day, unaware of the drama unfolding near Logan Airport. At 4:30 p.m., alarm bells went off in the airport's control tower. A drone, unauthorized and unidentified, had entered the airspace. This was no child's toy. This was a serious breach of security, a potential threat to the safety of every plane, passenger, and crew member at the airport. The Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA, has strict rules against drones operating near airports for a reason. A collision, even with a small drone, could have catastrophic consequences. Imagine a metal and plastic projectile getting sucked into a plane's engine at hundreds of miles per hour. The thought alone is enough to send shivers down your spine. The authorities at Logan Airport were not taking any chances. They immediately contacted law enforcement, triggering a rapid response that would involve multiple agencies working in tandem. The hunt was on for the drone operators, but finding them would be like finding a needle in a haystack, or so they thought. Little did the perpetrators know, their little joyride was about to come to a crashing halt. The long arm of the law was already on their trail. The drone, a buzzing symbol of recklessness, continued to hover near Logan Airport, oblivious to the commotion it was causing. What the operators didn't realize was that their every move was being tracked. Technology, once the realm of science fiction, had become the bane of their illegal activity. Unbeknownst to them, their drone left a digital footprint, a trail of data that led straight to them. The authorities, armed with sophisticated tracking equipment, followed the drone's signal as it moved further away from the airport, towards the quiet shores of Long Island. The drone finally landed, its illegal flight coming to an end. The operators, perhaps feeling a sense of relief, were about to learn a hard lesson about the consequences of their actions. As they approached their fallen drone, they were met not with cheers from fellow hobbyists, but with the cold, hard reality of handcuffs. The jig was up. Their little adventure had come to an abrupt and unceremonious end. The two men apprehended by the police were identified as 42-year-old Robert Duffy from Charlestown and 32-year-old Jeremy Folchick from Bridgewater. They were immediately charged with trespassing, a seemingly minor charge given the potential consequences of their actions. However, the authorities were not ruling out additional charges as the investigation progressed. Duffy, a man with a receding hairline and a look of disbelief on his face, was found with the drone tucked away in his backpack. Folchick, sporting a goatee and a sullen expression, stood silently beside him. It was unclear what motivated these two men to fly a drone near one of the busiest airports in the United States. Were they driven by ignorance, recklessness, or something more sinister? The answers, hopefully, would come out during the investigation. But one thing was clear. Duffy and Folchick were now facing the full weight of the law, and their lives were about to change dramatically. Their arrest served as a stark reminder that drone laws are not mere suggestions. They are there to protect lives, and those who choose to flout them do so at their own peril. The investigation into the drone incident near Logan Airport was not a solitary affair. It quickly escalated into a multi-agency operation, a testament to the seriousness of the crime. The Department of Homeland Security, the Massachusetts State Police, the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force, the Federal Communications Commission, or FCC, and the Logan Airport authorities all joined forces to get to the bottom of the incident. The fact that so many agencies were involved speaks volumes about the potential threat posed by unauthorized drones. In today's world, a drone is no longer just a toy. It can be a weapon, a surveillance tool, or a means to disrupt critical infrastructure. And the authorities are not taking any chances. The investigation extended beyond Duffy and Folchick. The authorities were actively searching for a third suspect, believed to be involved in the incident. They were also combing through evidence collected at the scene, including the drone itself, hoping to uncover any digital breadcrumbs that could lead them to the heart of the matter. The message was clear. If you mess with drones near airports, you're not just messing with the FAA, you're messing with a whole lot of people with badges and a very specific set of skills. The incident near Logan Airport was a stark reminder of the potential dangers posed by drones, especially when they're in the wrong hands. While drones have many beneficial uses, from aerial photography to package delivery, they can also be misused, either intentionally or through sheer negligence. Imagine a drone, laden with explosives, crashing into a crowded stadium, or a drone its camera hacked spying on unsuspecting citizens in their homes. These are not far-fetched scenarios, they are real threats that law enforcement agencies around the world are grappling with. Even a seemingly harmless drone, flown recklessly near an airport, could have disastrous consequences. A collision with a plane, even a small one, could bring down the aircraft, leading to loss of life and widespread chaos. The incident near Logan Airport was a wake-up call. It highlighted the need for stricter drone regulations, better enforcement, and greater public awareness about the potential dangers of these flying machines. The FAA, the agency responsible for regulating airspace in the United States, has a clear set of rules for drone operators. These rules are not designed to stifle innovation or to spoil anyone's fun. They are there to ensure the safety of the national airspace system and everyone who uses it. One of the most important rules is that drones are prohibited from flying near airports. This is a no-fly zone, a sacred space reserved for aircraft landing and taking off. Any unauthorized drone entering this space is not only breaking the law, it's putting lives at risk. The FAA also restricts drones from flying over people. Imagine a drone, malfunctioning or operated recklessly, falling from the sky and landing on an unsuspecting pedestrian. It's a recipe for disaster, and that's why the FAA has put this rule in place. Drone operators also need to register their drones with the FAA, much like you would register a car. This helps authorities track down the owners of drones involved in illegal activities like the incident near Logan Airport. The FAA's message is clear: fly safe, fly smart, and know the rules. A Chinese citizen stands accused of a serious crime. His name is Yinpiao Zhou, and he's accused of flying a drone over a sensitive military site. The location? Vandenberg Space Force Base in California. This incident, which took place on November 30, 2024, has sent shockwaves through the intelligence community. It raises serious questions about our national security. Zhou, a 39-year-old legal resident, was apprehended at San Francisco International Airport on December 9, 2024. The arrest came after an investigation by the FBI. They were alerted to a drone flying over restricted airspace at Vandenberg. This base is home to critical space operations. It's a vital part of America's national defense infrastructure. The drone, authorities say, captured images of sensitive areas. This breach has alarmed officials. They are now reassessing security protocols at military installations across the country. The incident has also sparked a debate about the growing threat of unauthorized drone activity. The arrest of Yinpiao Zhou is a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities we face in an age of increasingly sophisticated technology. It underscores the importance of vigilance and the need for robust security measures to protect our nation's most critical assets. On that November morning, a drone took flight from Ocean Park near Lompoc, California. Its target Vandenberg Space Force Base. The drone, allegedly piloted by Yinpiao Zhou, ascended to a dizzying height of nearly 5,000 feet. It hovered over the base for almost an hour, its camera capturing images below. The drone's flight path was deliberate. It focused on launch complexes 3 and 4, areas crucial to space operations. This wasn't just a random act, this was a targeted intrusion into a highly secure military facility. Adding to the gravity of the situation, a sensitive payload was being launched from the base that day. The timing of the drone flight raised immediate red flags. Was this a coincidence or was something more sinister at play? Authorities were alerted to the drone's presence by a sophisticated detection system. The system, designed to identify potential threats, immediately recognized the drone as an intruder. This triggered a rapid response, leading to an investigation by the FBI. The FBI investigation into Yinpiao Zhou's activities uncovered a trove of incriminating evidence. Upon his arrest at San Francisco International Airport, authorities searched his electronic devices. What they found painted a clear picture of Zhou's intentions. Photos of a recent SpaceX launch were discovered, taken from a drone. Video footage of the base itself, capturing sensitive areas in detail, was also recovered. This evidence linked Zhou to the drone flight and the security breach at Vandenberg. Further examination revealed a Google search history for Vandenberg Space Force-based drone rules. Zhou knew he was breaking the law. The most damning evidence came in the form of messages found on Zhou's devices. These messages discussed hacking the drone to fly higher. Faced with the overwhelming evidence, Yinpiao Zhou confessed. He admitted to knowing about the restrictions on drone flights over military bases. This confession confirmed Zhou's actions were deliberate and criminal. The charges against Yin Piaozhou are substantial. He faces accusations of failing to register his drone, a serious offense in itself. But the more serious charge is violating national defense airspace. This charge reflects the severity of his actions and the potential threat to national security. The U.S. Attorney's Office is taking this case very seriously. Their Terrorism and Export Crimes section is handling the prosecution. They are working closely with the Department of Justice's National Security Division. This level of involvement demonstrates the gravity of the situation. If convicted on all charges, Yin Piaozhou faces a lengthy prison sentence. The potential penalty for violating national defense airspace is significant. He could spend up to 4 years in a federal penitentiary. This serves as a stark warning to anyone considering similar actions. The prosecution is determined to hold Zhou accountable for his actions. They believe this case sends a message about the importance of national security. The outcome of this trial could set a precedent for future cases involving drone incursions into restricted airspace. The case of Yin Piaozhou highlights a growing concern for security officials: the use of drones for illegal activities. Drones are becoming increasingly sophisticated and affordable. This makes them readily available to individuals who may harbor malicious intent. Military installations, with their sensitive equipment and critical infrastructure, are particularly vulnerable to drone surveillance. A drone equipped with a high-resolution camera can capture detailed images and videos from a distance. This information could be valuable to adversaries seeking to gather intelligence or plan attacks. The potential for drones to be used in more aggressive ways is also a concern. A drone carrying explosives could inflict significant damage. This is a chilling thought that keeps security officials up at night. The incident at Vandenberg is a wake-up call. It underscores the need for enhanced security measures to counter the drone threat. This includes investing in advanced detection systems, developing counter-drone technology, and implementing stricter regulations for drone ownership and operation. The arrest of Yin Piaozhou is not an isolated incident. It's part of a disturbing trend of unauthorized drone activity near military installations. In recent years, there have been numerous reports of drones flying in restricted airspace, raising serious concerns about national security. Since 2022, there have been over 600 reported incidents of drones spotted near military sites. These incidents range from seemingly harmless flyovers to more suspicious activities that suggest potential espionage or reconnaissance. In December 2023, a Chinese graduate student was apprehended for using a drone to photograph naval installations. This case, like Zhou's, raised concerns about foreign governments using drones to gather intelligence on U.S. military capabilities. The frequency of these incidents is alarming. It suggests that individuals and potentially foreign actors are testing the boundaries of security around military installations. This demands a coordinated response to deter future incidents and protect national security. The incident at Vandenberg Space Force Base has drawn sharp responses from government officials. U.S. Attorney Martin Estrada, speaking about the case, emphasized the illegality of Zhou's actions and the potential threat they pose to national security. Flying a drone over a sensitive military installation is not a harmless hobby, Estrada stated. It is a serious crime that can have severe consequences. His words reflect the gravity with which authorities are viewing this case. Pentagon spokeswoman Sabrina Singh addressed concerns about the incident's potential connection to foreign entities. She stated that, at this time, there is no evidence linking the drone flight to any foreign government or organization. However, Singh emphasized that the investigation is ongoing. Authorities are working to uncover any further details about Zhou's motives, and whether he was acting alone or as part of a larger network. The FBI is conducting a thorough investigation, analyzing the evidence collected from Zhou's devices and exploring any potential connections to foreign entities. The Department of Homeland Security is also involved, reviewing immigration records and visa applications for any irregularities. Protecting our national security from the evolving threat of unauthorized drone activity is a collective responsibility. It requires a concerted effort from government agencies, private industry, and individual citizens. Law enforcement agencies must remain vigilant in enforcing drone regulations and apprehending those who violate restricted airspace. This includes investing in advanced drone detection systems and developing counter-drone technologies to neutralize potential threats. The private sector, particularly drone manufacturers and software developers, has a crucial role to play in enhancing drone security. This includes implementing geofencing technology that prevents drones from entering restricted airspace and developing software that can detect and deter malicious drone activity. Individual citizens also have a responsibility to report any suspicious drone activity to the authorities. If you see something, say something. Your vigilance could help prevent a security breach or even save lives. By working together, we can create a safer and more secure environment for everyone while still enjoying the benefits of this transformative technology. The skies above us are a shared resource, and it is our duty to protect them.